All right, so now that you have taken a look at how to use the periodic table and knowledge of the S, P, D, and F blocks to find the electron configuration, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use the Aufbau diagram. And this method, what it is that you have this chart that allows you to put the configuration in order, and you really don't have to memorize. You're going to find that it looks complicated, but it really isn't. All it is you have 4 columns. The first column starting at 1, the second column starting at 2, and aligned with the first where the 2's are on the same row, the third column starting at 3, and the fourth column starting at 4. Okay, with the first column having the S sublevel, second the P, third column having the D sublevel, and the fourth column having the F sublevel. The other thing to keep in mind is knowledge of knowing that the S sublevel can only hold up to 2 electrons, the P sublevel can hold up to 6, the D sublevel can hold up to 10, and the F sublevel can hold up to 14. For these sublevels, guys, you can never ever have more electrons than what you see here. That is a maximum that you can actually have on there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at magnesium as our example. For magnesium, we know that it is on the periodic table listed as element number 12. So that means that it has 12 electrons. All right, so let's go ahead and write it out. So here we go. We have magnesium, and we know that it has 12 electrons. Okay, so starting off with the Aufbau diagram, we're always going to start with the first arrow, and we move from right to left, actually downward, from top right to downward left. Okay, so in this case, we start with 1s. And as I said earlier, if it's the S sublevel, it can hold up to 2, which is why you see a 2 here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the 2 electrons. Okay, so I need 12, and that takes care of 2 electrons out of the 12. Pretty much the goal here, guys, is to go ahead and fill up all the way up to 12 electrons. Once you have those 12, you're done. That's all you have to do for this configuration. Using this particular chart, you take out the guesswork on what comes next or what part of the configuration comes next, because all you have to do is follow those arrows. So in this case, now the second arrow, again from right to left, we hit a 2s, and again, because it is an S sublevel, all you need to remember is that it can only hold 2 electrons. So now we have 4 out of the 12. We need 8 more, so we're going to continue going. On our third arrow, we hit 2p6. Okay, because it is a P sublevel, that can hold up to 6 electrons, and we're going to use all 6. But now that gives us 10 electrons, so 2 plus 2 plus 6 gives us 10, which is still not enough to fill those 12 electrons. So we keep moving forward. So now, still continuing on that path of that same arrow, we're going to hit 3s, and s can have up to 2. And there we go. We have 2 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2. So that gives us 12. So again, the top numbers are the electrons, okay? And those top numbers, when you add them all up, should be the total number of electrons for that particular element. And in this case, that is 12 electrons. So that would be it. That would be the electron configuration for magnesium. Okay, just to show you another example, we're going to go ahead and do phosphorus. So phosphorus is element number 15 on the periodic table. Okay, and we follow the same method that we did with magnesium. We start with the first arrow, again from right to left, and it starts with 1s, and again, s can only hold up to 2. That's 2 out of the 15, so we need 13 more. We go on to the second arrow like we did before. That's 2s. So that is 2. That's 4 out of the 15. We need 11 more. Going on to the third arrow, okay, that's 2p6. That gives us the 10 electrons, but we need 5 more. So now 3s2. Remember, that was a configuration for magnesium, but because we have more electrons, we're going to keep going. So we will not stop there. That's only 12, and we need 3 more. So after 3s2, notice that we have to go to the next or the fourth arrow. From right to left, it says 3p6. Now, we only need 3 more. We do not need all 6. So it is okay to put less than what is needed on the last part of the configuration. It's just not correct to put more. So we can actually put 3, and that would give us our total of 15. So if we were to add these top numbers, 2 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 3, that's going to give us 15 electrons, and that would be our configuration for phosphorus. And this is how you use the Aufbau diagram.